My name's John. I'm an orthopedic surgeon here. I practice with Northwest Iowa Bone and Joint and Sports Specialist. I grew up on a farm just north of Superior here, close to town. I attended Spirit Lake schools. After graduation, I went to Iowa State and got my engineering degree. That wasn't enough school. I was having a good time, so I went to Iowa City, to the University of Iowa, to medical school. And it was there that I really took a shine to orthopedic surgery. It just made sense to me. You can patch people up and fix broken bones and fix things that weren't working and try to get them back to life, and that really struck a chord with me, and so I pursued that and was able to I was fortunate enough to get a position down in Charleston, South Carolina, beautiful city if you haven't been. That's where I did my orthopedic training. After that, I did a sports specialty fellowship, it's called, out in Southern California, a beautiful place again, but got some more skills and training to augment my practice there. Then I came home. My folks still live here, and I wanted to come home and start a family and practice medicine here. I was a ceramic engineer, which low-tech is sinks and toilets, but some of the high-tech stuff, they work on, space shuttle tiles and blast shields. And one of the things that they were getting into was how to bond metal to not metal and bone in particularly. And at Iowa State, I took a job as a lab assistant, and they were working with a veterinary school there, working on taking out dog leg bones, the femur bone, and replacing it with a tube of ceramic and trying to formulate that so it grew into that solidly and predictably. And I thought, wow, that's really, really cool. I don't know anything about biology, and that seems much more interesting than the engineering part. And so that was when I first really became interested in it, and one thing led to another and wound up changing my career path. First and foremost, it was home. This was the old Dickinson County Memorial Hospital. This is where I was born. It's home, and much like home, our hospital itself is a small, pretty close-knit community. It's very forward-thinking. It's a friendly place to work, a nice place to work. I think our leader, Jason Harrington, really is in tune with what's going on at a state and national level, as well as locally here. And he's a real asset to our hospital and our community, and it's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to work here. It's important to stay active if you can, and as we age, our bodies don't always let us do what we once could, but I think it's important to do what you can. Try to stay busy, stay active, stay healthy. When you're having troubles, certainly you can try to troubleshoot on your own. Be careful what you read online, but there are some very trustworthy resources out there, and our society today is more of a consumerism and shop around and get an answer now, and more people are becoming more technically savvy, and I appreciate that because people come in more educated. Sometimes we have to redirect that, reorient those things, but largely I think it's a very positive thing. So I encourage that and people to self-treat, and when you don't know the answer or you're concerned, please give us a call, and we're happy to take the ball and run with it from there and try to help get you back to your life. I think it's critical. I don't think it serves the patient or me any good to beat around the bush. I try to be very direct. I try to be very relatable and down to earth. I don't try to take a position of, oh, hi, I'm Dr. I'm John. Hey, how can I help you? What's your problem? Let me try to understand what's going on, and then work together to try to solve that for you and get you what you want, because your needs might be different than the next person's with the same problem. And so I try to communicate. It's about listening, and it's about keeping an open line of communication and try to figure out what you're there for, what you really need. Orthopedics is a very challenging field. It's a very dynamic field. It's very technical. Just when you think you've got things figured out, some really smart people are figuring out a new way to do things, or they've developed a new technique or a new instrument or so it really suits kind of my engineering and hands-on and fix-it. Things are very dynamic and changing, and that's fun. It's really exciting, to find new ways to do things either better or more efficiently or with better success. So it's a really great field to be in. I'm married. I have twin daughters that are 11 now. We have a lot of fun together getting out and enjoying the lakes. We enjoy boating, we enjoy fishing off the dock and exploring, and I like to keep my hands busy, so I'm a very, very amateur woodworker, trying to build things or fix things around the house. And I enjoy cooking a lot. I enjoy smoking meats and trying different barbecues and things in the kitchen. So they don't always turn out. Some days you win, some days you learn. I learn a lot every day. I enjoy the people. Largely, people are very positive and have a great work ethic and are very polite, and it's just a pleasure to chat with different folks who you might not otherwise run into. You know, it's a very small community, but I meet new people every day, and you'd think at some point that would run out, but it doesn't seem to. After some 14 years I've been here, it's really a pleasure. You always know somebody in common, it seems, or some place or situation. So that's really a lot of fun in working here.